Hope you guys had a very Merry Christmas. I got nothing but a lump of coal from Santa. Fortunately, Mrs. X got a great sexual experience from him. Charming, tubby, bearded bastard. Anyway, if you didn't tune in on Christmas Day, we did an office tour. So make sure to go and check that out because that was the first of 7 year-end New Year videos that we do annually on this channel. We throw in a couple room tours. We talk about the best statues that came in. We talk about the most exciting statues that are coming. We talk about the weirdest sexual experiences. Definitely was the one with the goat. And today we're kicking it off with the best licensed statues of 2021. Now I'm going to pick ones that I've seen in person, and obviously most of those I bought. What would have been really weird if it was Santa with the goat. As the Xtreme channel is pushing towards 50,000 subscribers, these are just a few of the statues we're giving away on the journey there. If you want to know how to win one, stay tuned for later in the video. Thank you for tuning in during this holiday time, guys. My name is Mr. X. This channel is all about Xtreme collectibles. Jumping into our countdowns. Today we are focusing on the best licensed statues that arrived in 2021. I was able to narrow it down to about 16, so we're going to look at all of those today. Now, before we jump into that, I do want to say a big thank you to you guys throughout the year, not only watching the videos, but supporting the channel. We sold so many coldest water bottles. I'm still a big proponent of them. There's actually a link in the description below, not only for the water bottles, but affiliate links to buy stuff from Sideshow and Iron Studios. Recently on this video right here where I talked about how much money I make from YouTube, and as you saw, it's not really a lot. A lot more of the money is made from sponsorships and other deals. Plus I get all those free refrigerators, don't forget about that. Somebody commented, I'm not going to subscribe to you and give you more money, you already have enough. Well, there's two things to that. Number one, the joke's on that person because just watching helps. Number two, you always need more money. You have no idea how much crack and blackmail payments cost every single month. Last thing before we dive into this list, guys, make sure you stay tuned for our New Year's Eve show. That's right, December 31st, 2021 at 9 p.m. Eastern. Make sure to check this out. It's going to be a live premiere. We're all going to be in the chat talking about it. And as you see, it's Stupid Statue Awards, some of the most ridiculous categories. There's been tons of promo spots lately. So now the list we're going to look at is consisting of licensed statues. These are statues that whoever owns the rights to that entity actually signed off and approved it. So it's done by companies like Sideshow Collectibles, XM Studios, Queen Studios, Prime One Studios, Raw Dog Up the Ass different list. But I've chosen 16 that were my favorites that arrived in 2021. And the first one on the list is the Sideshow Collectibles Rancor. Not Rancor, Rancor. So I will be selling this later this year because I'm getting out of my Star Wars collection. So make sure you've not only liked this video, but you subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification because I sell everything through this channel. But nonetheless, this was an absolutely amazing piece. A lot of nostalgia for me, brought me back to my childhood. Even though this isn't 100% screen accurate, it is massive and just phenomenal. Number 15 was Game of Thrones statue by Prime One Studios in collaboration with Blitzway. This was Daenerys, Khaleesi, the Mother of Dragons. I loved most of the Game of Thrones series on TV. I'm looking forward to the prequel that's coming out. And this statue was a dark horse. It blew away my expectations much better than I thought it'd be. And absolutely love having her with all of my other throne pieces. Number 14 was from Figurama. This is Attack on Titan diorama. I got into this anime after I saw this statue. So when this statue was premiered, I was like, let me check out this anime because this statue looks awesome. And I loved the actual anime. I only caught season 1 on Netflix. It's a fantastic show, so make sure to check that out. But also, this statue did it justice. Not only with the paint, the sculpt, the concept, but I am a huge fan. Number 13 was my long-awaited Dr. Octopus from XM Studios. So this piece, I think, is underrated. We waited years for this, about 3 years. They changed multiple things on it. Some of them I wish they didn't change. Some of the changes I'm thankful with, but very, very cool piece. He looks fantastic with my Spider-Man collection at my office, and I'm a big fan of XM Studios' Dr. Octopus. On a side note, the day I'm filming this, I have not yet seen Spider-Man No Way Home. I'm seeing it tomorrow with my boys, so I'm very excited for that. I will give you my thoughts on the Xtremechannel.com. We do a blog daily, so make sure to check that out as well. Number 12 is by Prime One Studio. This is their Joaquin Phoenix Joker. I was a big fan of this movie. So while it didn't have true comic roots other than the name of Joker, and he was in Gotham City, and of course Thomas Wayne was there, I just thought it was a phenomenal movie. And I'm a huge fan of Joaquin Phoenix and all the roles he plays, and I think this statue, I think the likeness is fantastic. It was another collaboration with Blitzway. I know a few other companies have also made statues of him, but in my opinion, this is the best one, and so happy to have him in the collection. Number 11 was kind of a wild card. I say that because this Prime 1 Studio Ryu, again, that's how your mom likes me to pronounce it, had so many design problems, but it's a phenomenal statue. It gets me really excited for the rest of their Street Fighter line. I'm not sure which ones I'm getting and which ones I'm not, but I hope they go down the entire route. I have a few more on order. I can't wait to show you guys the new room tour here. This probably won't be till about February because I'm finalizing some things for you. It's going to be absolutely fantastic, so make sure to stay tuned for that, because that Ryu statue is the one reason I'm keeping all of my Street Fighter statues. It was that amazing. So now before we get into the top 10, throw down in the comments below what you think will be in the top 10 or even the top 3, because remember, we'll talk more about it at the end, but commenting can actually win you a statue. So number 10 was Prime 1 Studio Lobo. This one, the original renders blew my mind. I thought they were absolutely amazing. Even the prototype was done very well. The production pieces were not as good, but they were still very well done, and I was still impressed with this piece by Prime 1 Studio. 1/3 scale. If you don't know who Lobo is, make sure to check out this review because he is an absolute badass who can actually beat Superman and likes to eat entrails. See, now my goat thing doesn't seem so weird. Number 9 is Prime 1 Studios' Mosasaurus. In my opinion, this is the most impressive of Prime 1 Studios' Jurassic Park line thus far. We have a couple coming in next year, so make sure to stay tuned because I'm going to talk about those in the most anticipated video, at least one of them. But this is 1/15 scale. It's absolutely amazing, and I am a big fan. Number 8 was a dark horse as well. I was bashing Sideshow Silver Surfer when they showed the initial photos, but then I actually ended up getting it for almost free when you include all the points that I use, and it is really well done. I love the paint on this. I like the pose a lot more than I thought I did. The half board doesn't bother me, and he looks great with all of my other Silver Surfer statues. And again, I have a ton more coming next year, so make sure to stay tuned for that. Number 7 is an underrated piece. XM Studios Samurai line. So they take all these DC characters specifically related to Batman and they samuraize them, which is a weird concept that a lot of people can't get on board with, but it doesn't take away the beauty from this statue. Their Joker is awesome. So many different cool switch outs. The base is amazing, and I think this is probably one of their best one. However, there is one higher in the countdown we're going to look at in a little bit. Number 6 is by Queen Studio. This is their life-size Wonder Woman bust. Now, I do have the Infinity Studio on order as well, so we're going to do a comparison video between the two, and I will probably only keep one. I wonder which one will be better. I honestly have no idea because this one is done really well, and when I went back and watched the video of this, video does not do this justice to what it looks like in person. Number 5 is that other samurai piece from XM Studio, Nightwing. In my opinion, this is the best of the line, minus the Batman Shogun on horse, which I got the year before, but I love this piece. Not only like the Joker does it have amazing switch outs, he just looks absolutely badass, and Nightwing is such a cool character, and I love how this pops with the rest of the pieces. Number 4, also by XM Studio, is probably one of the most recent ones here, is Grimlock. I waited a long time for this guy. He was one of my most anticipated pieces. He was supposed to come at the beginning of the year. I got him right before the year ended, and I'm so glad I did because he makes the countdown at number 4. Probably my favorite or one of my top 2 Transformer pieces in my collection. Not only the cool switch outs that he offers, but XM Studios does a great job with these Generation 1 Transformers. Now we're down to the top 3, and 2 of them are Prime 1 Studio, and number 1 shocked the hell out of me. It is by XM Studio. But number 3 is Batman Hush. In my opinion, best Batman statue made, period. I don't think anyone can argue with that. This one will stay in my collection for a long, long time. He's actually the centerpiece of all my 1/3, and you'll see that in the video in the upcoming month or two. And I think Prime 1 Studio did this justice way better than any of the other 10,000 Batmans they've done for sure. Number 2 is kind of 2 statues combined together. So Prime 1 Studio released their Jungle Hunter Predator. This piece right here, and there's a lot of controversy about this piece. Some of it justifiably so, and some of it from losers that need to get a life. Mine turned out absolutely fantastic, so I had no issues. I absolutely love it. I love the different switch outs you can use. Probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite, Predator statue, but when you add the hanging victim next to him, in my opinion, this setup is hard to beat. They look so great together, and I'm a big fan of this on every single level. That's why he comes in at number 2. So number one is one I initially didn't even want to order, and then I ended up ordering, and I wasn't that stoked about getting it. But as I unboxed him, reviewed him, and then looked day after day, I just fell more and more in love with this piece. It is also a Predator piece, and it is by XM Studio, so that narrows it down pretty easy. But the XM Studio 1/3 scale King Predator on Throne is my favorite piece in 2021. And I know that's going to shock a lot of people, but once again, this is a piece that pictures and video cannot even close to do this justice. And if you want to know how good this is, go take a look at any collector that has posted pictures about it, because they are just raving how amazing it is. My one regret on this that almost didn't make him number one is why didn't they have an unmasked portrait? But congrats to XM Studios. Awesome job. The caliber of statues from licensed companies this year was unbelievable, and especially the reveal, so I can't wait to do next year's list with you guys. But in the meantime, between then and that, we got to give away some statues. We will be giving all of these statues away, plus additional ones at every 5,000 subscriber milestone. To win one of these statues, all you have to do is make sure you've liked this video, you've subscribed to the channel, you've hit that bell notification, and then just drop a comment below. Every 5,000 subscriber milestone, we are going to do a random drawing and pick a random comment and give one of these statues away, plus some additional ones I'm not showing right now. The more videos you comment on, the higher your chances are to win. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. Again, a ton of cool statues coming up. We're going to talk about my favorite customs in just 2 days. So make sure you've not only liked this video, but you've subscribed to the channel, hit that bell notification, drop me a like on your way out, check out some of these other videos, and make sure to stay tuned for the New Year's Eve Stupid Statue Awards. Talk to you in 2 days. Take care.